Through the pandemic, frontline workers put their own health on the back burner to help patients. One study published in The Lancet found U.S. healthcare workers tested positive for the coronavirus at a rate 4 times higher than the average person. There's now a call from Auburn's fire and police departments for hazard pay for being on the front lines through the worst of the pandemic.
It comes as the city is trying to divvy up the latest round of pandemic relief funding. And as News Center Maine's Rosalind Flaherty reports, the city's mayor says he wants the state to take the lead.
The Auburn Fire Department was one of the only departments in the city of Auburn that never altered their schedule, worked from home, or veered off the path of serving and protecting this community.
The people I represent deserve to be compensated a little extra for having to come to work every day with the threat everyone else was so afraid of.
Representatives of the Auburn police and fire unions spoke before the city council earlier this week, asking for hazard pay for working the front lines throughout the COVID-19 pandemic.
What we would request is that we are included in all funds that are allocated to the city and the county under the American Rescue Plan Act.
Fire Captain Chris Moretto says firefighters would like payroll benefits, premium pay for eligible workers, and other costs associated with getting more people to join the department.
During the state of emergency, we were faced with hundreds of suspected COVID-19 patients.
Police Detective Nick Gannon says he contracted COVID-19 at work.
I engaged with people on a case that I was working.
Mayor Jason Levesque asked the members to write a letter to the council with this request. He says the council will consider it as they decide how to use the roughly $14 million the city is getting through the American Rescue Plan Act. He told News Center Maine first responders have been going above and beyond throughout the pandemic, but wants the state to cover this cost instead of using city funds. He says in a statement, consistent, recognizable hazard pay at the state level for all first responders levels the playing field throughout the state. By not doing so, you unfortunately create an unfair and non-equitable application of funds. The next city council meeting will be November 1st. In Auburn, Rosalind Flaherty, News Center Maine.
So here's the back and forth. When asked about Mayor Levesque's plea for the state to handle hazard pay, the Mills administration said that is what some of the money allotted to the city should be used for.